Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. We are here. The 2XKO early access is out, and well, it's definitely early because there's some issues or two still to be found, like space hopping mushrooms, right? We covered in the last video, Warwick has like the old Gambit glitch where you can fly up into the upper pane of the stage. And by the way, this is what it looks like on this stage, so we can see what mysteries Bandle City has to hold for us above the skybox. But yeah, so early access, even though the game's sort out, like I guess you got to take it at face value that this definitely isn't really fully complete just yet. But there's some things going on I just really want to highlight because I think it's to the game's credit. So there's already been some hubbub on some of the free-to-play elements of the game, the pricing, and fair enough. We covered in the last video some of the packages can be pretty expensive, and me being sucker and also to help make this video, I done got them. You get a good amount, I guess, for what you're paying. You get 8 character unlocks, a bunch of the premium currency, some other goodies, and of course, these premium Arcane skins. And what I like about these skins is basically the point of the video. So we got the skins, right? And yes, they're just like the show Arcane. They have the looks of the characters had in Arcane, right? But they all got some other things too, like, hey, they have unique particle effects. So like Arcane Vi has big red, nasty, angry particle effects versus Vi's usual blue stuff. And this is kind of across the board, right? So it's always going to be red instead of blue. So if you like the cosmetic differences, that's great. And this is across the board here, like they all just have their own unique cosmetics, unique particle effects. Arcane Jinx even has like the rainbow colored chain gun, right? So like there's some cool stuff put in there. Like say Jinx's level 1 beam super, right? Like it looks cool in and of itself, but the Arcane version has like all the little Arcane Jinx graffiti around with like different particle. Like there's stuff besides the look, right? That's what I'm trying to say. But there's something that's been gone from fighting games for a hot minute. You might notice that something's a little bit different here about Vi, and a little bit different about Jinx and Echo, but I can't fit a third character in that you have the costume code returning, and you can alter their base appearance. It's not a lot, it's effectively just taking away clothing, although, for some fans of certain characters, taking away clothing is exactly what you want. But it's cool. It's something, we had in Street Fighter 5 specifically, where you could take a default look of a character and through the costume code, you could alter their appearance. Perhaps the most famous example in Street Fighter 5 would be the original example, which would be Urien. Urien in Street Fighter 5 is wearing a whole-on suit, right? But if you use the costume code, then, well, he'd be wearing a lot less than a suit. And that would be the case for a lot of characters. So give people basically a lot more potential appearances and a lot more bang for your buck for your costume purchase. And that's exactly what's going on here. So as you can see here, this is Arcane Vi. So if you use costume code, and costume code is quite simple actually, just hold special 1, special 2, and tag, and just hold them all together as the game is loading. And then when the game loads, you'll get the costume code version of the character. Yeah, so this is Vi. She does not have her jacket on, so you can see the muscles and all the definition. This is Jinx. So Jinx is not wearing her hood, and also just a little bit more cleaned up, not kind of painted up here. So I think that's actually kind of a strong look, right? And it keeps all the unique particle effects as all that as well, right? So that's just a cool look. And then let's skip over to Echo. And here we can see Echo. So this is what the costume code on, so you can see his face. And then the other Echo, the other Arcane Echo, will have just the regular Arcane thing. So he has like the cool owl mask going on. So however you want to do it, you get some choice in the matter on how you want your characters to look. It's like wearing the whole trench coat kind of deal. It's pretty cool, right? Like, do you want the mask or not? Because I can see some people wanting the mask. I can see some people not. But either way, I just like it. It's a good level of freedom. And if this is the kind of stuff we'll be doing going forward with some of these more premium costumes for 2XKO, I think that speaks very, very well for the game. Like, to be frank, right, if people are already invested in buying costumes, and I know I'm a sucker, and I am, so I'm speaking from personal experience, when we want customization options, we want dress up and all that kind of stuff, we want as much as we can get. So when you have stuff like the costume code in the game, and it gives even more potential variety to the skin that you already bought, that's another selling point. That might entice someone to buy a skin they might not have otherwise have bought. And to be frank, you're frankly just taking away. You're taking whatever's like in the costume to begin with, and then just removing an element, which I guess on paper makes your life easier. I don't know, but it's a good thing, right? Like Street Fighter 6, I bemoaned that costume code sort of went away because there's a lot of characters that could definitely benefit from a costume code. Like, I've always thought Terry Outfit 3, if you could just get rid of the jacket over his jersey, the whole outfit would look a lot better. Like, give us the look that was originally promised to us, right? And for Street Fighter fans, I don't think it's going to be a hard sell to say, make Chun-Li or Jamie wear less clothes. Don't think I'm going to find a lot of arguments against it. So I just think it's a cool thing. I'm glad it's here because, you know, the concept's been gone for a while. If I got to levy anything at it, it's not so much at the concept, it's just, and again, this is early access, so I'm sure this is probably just an oversight. But the one thing is, you cannot do it in training mode currently. So I'm actually in like proper verses right now to do this. I'm going to have 2 controllers right now. If you're in training mode and hold the costume code, which is special 1, special 2, and tag, it's going to load in and then the character's just going to burst right away, your tag partner. And then that's it. You don't actually get the costume, which is not a huge deal. But, you know, if someone spends a lot of time in training mode, like, let me look at the cool costume variants in training mode. It doesn't cost you nothing. It's not so pure it can only be versus or like ranked online or whatever. Just let me do it. Once again, I'm very, very certain it's just an oversight. So I'm sure that'll be fixed sometime soon. Or, you know, you can skip the whole code thing. Like when you're at character select and you pick your various skins, right? After you pick your skin, like it could be like another little tab of like variant or something like that. But then again, maybe it's cooler being a secret code. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think is better. Do you just want menu selection stuff? Just, you know, variant 1, variant 2, or do you want the secret code? Let me know. But yeah, so overall, I just think this is cool. I'm very glad it's in the game. Again, I know some people are a bit more sore about some of the pricing stuff, right? For my money, and it was my money, because as you can see, I bought it. Like, I think it's a good enough value. But then again, I'm a sucker who likes skins, right? So... But the fact that these premium skins have an extra little layer to them gives them just that much more value to me. So I think at least thumbs up on that. But that said, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And otherwise, that's the end of the video. It's just something cool. I just want to highlight it because costume codes are cool. I got nothing more to add than costume codes are cool. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. And go out and play some 2XKO.